Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Quentin here and welcome to tutorial number 9. And in this tutorial, I wanted to show you guys how to make custom error pages using cPanel. So error pages are probably hit more often than you might think. And one of the errors that is very common is a 404 error. So let me show you guys just what that is. So I'm gonna go over to my domain, which is the domain I bought for this series, josiecorp.com. And if I try to visit a page that doesn't exist, like let's go to /not_exist.html, this is a file that is not on my server. And to prove that, here's my file manager. We've got another page, we've got index. We don't have a page called not exist. So I'm gonna hit enter. And you can see that I've got a not found error, additionally 404, so that is the code for this error. File not found was encountered. So yeah, this is not a very friendly 404 page. We're telling the user, hey, the file you try to find doesn't exist, but you know what, who cares? We're not linking back to our home page, so it's not friendly. And the page doesn't look very pretty. There's no styling applied to this, so you might want to style the page a little bit. And I thought a good example of a 404 page would be GitHub's 404 page, and it's kind of funny, so take a look and laugh. But 404, this is not the page you were looking for. So if you're a Star Wars fan, you'll totally get the joke. And yeah, it's quite funny. So this is a good example of what a 404 page should be like, because you're letting them know that this is a 404, but you're including a search so that they can search the rest of your site. You're also including a link back to the home page, and there's links to support and so on. Now the search is kind of an advanced feature. It's not something that we can take care of in cPanel, but we can certainly take care of links back to the home page and adding an image, not really a moving parallax image, but an image. So yeah, let's jump back over to cPanel, and I'm gonna scroll all the way down to the advanced tab, and I've got a link to go to the error pages. So let's click on that. And here is where I get to edit error pages. So first, step one is that I pick a domain. And I'm just going to use the main domain because we don't have an error page for that. This is also a subdomain that I created early on in the series. If you guys don't have a second option showing up, then that's why. So yeah. Now step 2 is to create custom error pages. And here are the common error pages. These are the ones that are hit all the time. And 404 is one over here that you can see. And then there's a whole bunch of other errors if you click on that tab. So you might want to take care of all of these. But if you're too lazy to take care of all of them, you should definitely take care of the common error pages that are hit very often. So to do that, we need to just click on this link. So I'm going to click on the 404 link. And you can see that over here I have an editor, but even above that you can see that this is going to generate a file called 404.shtml. So because this is going to be an SHTML file, I could go over to my notepad and copy whatever code that I had for some of my other pages, and I can use any CSS files that were here. Right now I don't have any CSS in here, but any CSS files that were here would be allowed to be used to add styling. And so yeah, I would just copy that and paste it in at the top of the page. And yeah, you can see I've got a little bit of a funny error over there. This text editor is confusing me because it thinks that we're quoting something. Anyway, yeah, you might want to just include these CSS files and style the page and make it look appropriate. Additionally, you could delete the content that's in here and start adding a tag. So the referring URL or the requested URL, the URL that you were looking for, could not be found. And then we could look at redirecting and so on, but I would actually just add a link to the home page. So let's space this out. I'm going to say visit, wow, I cannot type, visit our home page, and I want to make that a link. So let's end the a tag off and start the a tag with href is equal to, and I'm just going to set this equal to my homepage, which is josiecorp.com. Might as well put in the whole http://www.josiecorp.com, and then if they click this link, it should go back to my homepage. So let's hit save, and now that I've saved that, you can see it created a file called 404.shtml. And if I go back to my file manager and I hit reload, you can see that we've got this new file here called 404.shtml. And if I come back here and hit enter, you can see that now I've got a page showing up, and it's given me an error, not exist.html, could not be found, visit our homepage. Now this is not, again, a very good page, but that just shows you how to edit the page, and you can go through my HTML tutorials and learn how to style and format things correctly, and you can make it look a lot better. And then I would suggest you go ahead and do that with all of the commonly found error pages, like the server 500 error and the 403 and so on. One last thing I wanted to mention as well is if you wanted to create a search kind of like this one, then that might depend on the system you're using, because if you're using a system like WordPress, then they've got a templating system that has its own way of making 404 pages, especially depending on the framework you're using. So yeah, then you could maybe include a search and so on. But if you're using just custom or static HTML, then adding a search and things like a login are way out of scope of the cPanel series. But if you were using another system that could handle that, then you could go ahead and add things like that in there. And yeah, that is all I have for you guys in this tutorial. So don't forget to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment, like, and share this video. It's really going to help my channel grow. And I'll see you guys next time.